Hi guys, so I have these two pictures of my ex-husband holding my youngest son Tyler, and I thought that I would go ahead and scrapbook them. Tyler doesn't remember him, so it's okay to put him in his album. I don't put him in my older son's album, but Ty doesn't remember. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and place these together, but then later I'm going to separate them. But my first idea was to have them together. So I'm going to mat them on this striped paper. And as you can see, I'm putting them pretty close together. And I'm using like bits and pieces left over from different boy collections, like Little Boy and Scoot. And I have all those little boy collections that are bright colors. And I had so many scraps that I just put all the scraps together. And I'm just using all the papers together. So I'm cutting out some of the little 6x6 squares out of the back of one of the 12x12 pieces of paper. And I'm looking through my Project Life cards, looking for something to go with the photos because they match this collection or this kind of collection. And I have one that says Boys Only that's up top there. And then there's another one that I'm going to use that says You Are Awesome. And I decide, because I like that star paper, I decide that I want to mat it on some star paper. So, but the star paper didn't show up against the yellow, which I thought I was going to use that yellow and white stripe. Actually, I think I do use that. So I decided to mat that on some green paper. So I'm just trying to get a bunch of colors on this page because my son likes bright colors, and since it's a little boy picture, I thought it'd be fun. So I'm looking for something to put behind this yellow paper to make it kind of stand out, but in the end I decided I didn't need anything. So I'm going to get one of my favorite border punches for boys out, and it's for little boys anyway, and it's a star border punch from Martha Stewart. And I'm going to punch all the way across the bottom of that yellow and white striped piece of paper. Isn't that a cute border punch? I have another star one that's made by Fiskars, but I prefer this one. And if I had thought about it, I would have saved the little stars and put them kind of around on the blue paper, but I didn't think about it and I threw them away. So you can see I have that star paper down there and it's matted in the green polka dot. And then I had a couple little pieces of scrap paper from the green polka dot left over, and I thought I would use those like behind the photos or something, but it didn't look right. So I'm going to toss that idea in just a second. So I folded one of the pieces of paper in half, and I'm going to cut it in, like cut off a diagonal portion of it just to make my own photo corners. And then I noticed later when I open up that piece of scrap paper that's left over, well, yeah, right there, it looks like the top of a tag. So I tucked it in the top of that yellow paper, and then I tucked in the other scrap piece on the bottom, and it looks like my main part of my page is on a big huge tag. So that kind of worked out good. So I'm just gluing down my photo corners. And I'm using my ATG to glue down the main layer. And also to glue down the photos. My ATG tape is acid free. I buy it in bulk from tapejungle.com, and I think it ends up being $1 something a roll for the 1/2 inch size, and it's even less than that for the 1/4 inch size. But it's really good tape, and I've never had a problem with any of it. So if you're ever looking for tape in bulk, tapejungle.com is really cheap. So I cut out one of my Project Life cards, and I cut this part that says Boys Only out, so that can be one of the, like a subtitle for the page. And I'm just flipping through to see if there's any cuter ones other than that You Are Awesome. And the You Are Awesome, by the way, is about my son, not about my ex-husband. Because he was an awesome baby. So as you see, I cut the photos apart, and I'm going to separate them because I just thought it looked better. It just didn't, it was almost like if you were weighing both sides, they were uneven or something when I had them together. So I just separated everything, and I think it looks better that way. what am I doing now? Oh, okay. So the bottom of that tag, or the tag looking thing, it wasn't even. And so I'm just cutting it down, and I'm using my T-square ruler to make sure that it's in the middle of the layer in the page, because my tag looked like the top and the bottom didn't match. And I'm going to start gluing down some of the stuff on the main part of the page now. Okay, so now that everything's glued down, I'm going to put some foam tape on my boys only subtitle and pop it up in that right hand corner. And then the "You Are Awesome," I'm going to pop that up as well, because it just looked really flat and plain when I laid it down flat. And it looks better popped up. So I have these cork die cuts that some of them are from an old Scraptastic kit back when I subscribed to that kit, and the arrows are, and then the stars are cork die cuts that I cut out with my Vagabond. I have a Sizzix die that has stars on it, and I bought a roll of cork, which I have like, oh dear, I have like 5 or 6 rolls of that cork, and I'll never use it up. So if anybody needs a roll of cork, let me know, because I need to get rid of some of it. But anyway, I keep my little cork die cuts in one of those little photo boxes, and when I do a boy page or any page that looks like I could use the cork on it, I pull it out. So I thought the top of my tag needed a hole, so I punched a hole in it. Bleh, sorry. And then put a little hole reinforcer on it. And now I've got some Lawn Fawn hemp cord, and I'm just going to put that through the hole on the top of the little tag looking paper. And then I'm going to put some glue on it and put that back in there. So now the main part of the page is done, and I can just start embellishing. So you'll notice I put the little mustache, cork mustache up there on the right, and I have a little mustache die too, and it's a Tim Holtz die, and that's how I got that. So I'm going to use the Scotch Quick Dry liquid glue to glue down my stars. I normally use hot glue, but I didn't have my hot glue gun on, and I was too impatient to wait for it to heat up. Mine takes forever to get hot, and when I want a scrapbook, I want to do it right then and there. So, oh my gosh, I think I left my glue gun on all night. I need to go check that. I do that all the time, and it's not a smart thing, but I just forget. So I'm writing on this little piece of paper that says "Remember these days." I just put Ty and David hanging out in our duplex in Orlando, and then the year. And that was Tyler's nickname when he was little, Ty, because he couldn't say his own name, so he would just say Ty, like that. So his name just kind of stuck. And for years, that was what he wanted everybody to call him. He didn't like Tyler. He just wanted to be called Ty. Even now, he prefers Ty. So I put that on foam dots, on foam tape too, because I had to kind of stick it in that corner down there. Now, on one of these little sticker sheets, and I think it's from the Little Boy collection or Scoot, one of those, it had some stickers. So I put Happy on one of them and Little Man on the other. And then it had some alpha stickers. And I'm going to spell out hanging with David. Because at this point in my life, we were just friends. We weren't married. And Tyler is not his son. So I just want to make it clear in my scrapbook that we were not together. I don't want Ty to get confused, because I quit dating once Ty was born. So there, my title's done. And I think that's all I did to the page. Oh, okay. So I'm looking through my little die cut photo box, and this is the green one, looking for some little die cuts. But I don't really find anything, and then I decided just to leave the page as is. And I feel like the page needs a pop of color, like something else, but I don't know what. So I'm actually just going to keep it out of the scrapbook for now and leave it on my desk and just look at it every once in a while until I figure out what it is that it needs. But this is all that I did to it for now. And it's done unless I think of something else. So I'm going to show you a still photo at the end, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was not an exciting layout, and it's not my favorite, but I show you all the ones that I tape, whether I like them or not, just so you can see. Not everyone can be a masterpiece, right? So anyway, have a great day, and I will be back soon. Bye.